A common message in motivational videos is to never quit. I get it, it's a good message, but I think a lost art is quitting and trying something new. One of the things I'm doing right now, I'm learning how to ride a skateboard. Throughout this video, I'm gonna try my best to ride this skateboard, but what I wanna show you is that it's okay to try something new, and it's okay to do things you're not comfortable doing. It's okay doing things that you don't know how to do. And I think it's super important that we learn to try new things out and to really take a jump at something you had no idea you had the ability to do. One of the things I'm going through right now, not just in skateboarding, but in my career, is trying new things out and kind of abandoning ship. If anybody knows me, I'm an inspirational speaker. Oh shoot. I'm an inspirational speaker, and so my job is touring the country and helping students find their passion. I do love it, but the problem with it is I'm starting to realize the lifestyle doesn't fit me. I like having routine. I like, actually getting to know who I'm working with and stuff. Oh, look at that. I'm actually riding it a little bit. I like philosophizing, so I like writing. I like to do different things that allows me to expand my horizons as a philosopher. But as a speaker, I feel like I'm much more a performer than a philosopher. And the problem with that is that I don't feel like I get to get tested intellectually enough. And so my problem is that I'm always on the road. I'm always inspiring people. People are telling me I changed their life. But the problem is I'm not fulfilled. And I was actually just going to Philadelphia to see my doctor a little while ago. And my grandfather, who's look at that. Who's what's the word? When you go to college and you speak, he's he's a professor. And he's always been trying to get me to go back and get my PhD. And I've always been I don't want to go back to school. I don't want to do that. I want to just be an entrepreneur. But he keeps telling me. And then I'm like, yo, being a professor actually out for my lifestyle. It actually would allow me to do the things I want to do. And I can still do my speaking on the side, And I thought, man, that may be a good idea. And I also started to realize, man, when it comes to being an inspirational speaker, you're not just a speaker, but you're like a business owner. Do I really want to be a business owner? You know what I mean? Someone has to fire people, hire people, do all this stuff. And I started realizing after I've been doing it for a while, that isn't me, I really just enjoy being creative, being free, mentorship. One of the things I don't get in my life is really mentorship to other people, because I speak for 30 minutes and bye, I never see you again. And what would prevent me from ever jumping at this professor thing is that for the past 3 years I've been touring the country building this business. People see me so successful with my brand, but a lot of people would fear going after something new because they're so safe now. You already took the jump at something different and it worked out, and you telling me you're gonna risk it again? And so what I just did literally today was I literally just let go of my virtual assistant. I'm deleting all my apps that I use or platforms I use. I'm only doing gigs for the next year and a half with my agency, and I'm letting go of my business, and I'm gonna enroll in a PhD program to become a professor. And I feel so free. And the same thing I'm doing with the skateboard thing is, I don't know what I'm doing, but it feels right. There's a quote from Nipsey Hussle a long time ago, where basically he says, when you're making decisions, whoa, shoot, you don't have to have all the facts. Make sure the skateboard don't hit the camera. But when you're making decisions, you don't have to know all the facts, all the situations. You don't have to have it fully planned out. If your intuition is telling you to go one way, then just go. It's in your heart for a reason. You don't need all the facts. You don't need to know for sure. What's beautiful about life is that nobody actually ever knows all the facts. None of us know what's going on. And I think there's beauty in that. I think we get afraid by that, but in reality, that's what allows us to have fun. If we knew what was gonna happen in the next chapter of our lives, the book would be trash. Imagine watching a movie and you knew exactly what was gonna happen, or watching a show and someone already spoiled it. It's not as good. Our life isn't meant to be known. We're not meant to understand what's going on. And I think a lot of us, we live our lives as if we're supposed to have it planned out. We're supposed to know if things are gonna work out. Right here on the skateboard, I was gonna fall if it was gonna work out. But it kind of worked out, right? I'm so enthralled with the idea of not having life planned out, because it allows life, the universe, whatever you want to call it, God, allows it to do its work too. I like to say I just do 50% of the work. That's it. I do 50% of the work, and I let God or the universe do the rest. And I think a lot of people, they do the opposite. They try to do all of it, and they live in fear because they're trying to do all of it. Well, life is tricky, it's weird. So what's super important is, while if you have something you know you love to do, is what you want to do, never quit. Never quit. But if you realize you want something else, then freaking quit. It's okay to quit. It's okay to do something different, because guess what? Life is too short to not be doing the thing you're meant to do. And sometimes the thing you're meant to do changes in the season. We all have a different trajectory. One of the things I've seen in my life from talking to all these different types of people after doing speeches, I'll talk to students, I'll talk to middle-aged people, I'll talk to 80-year-old, 90-year-old people. And so many of them say, I never thought in a million years that I'd be where, especially the older people, never thought in a million years that I'd be doing this. And they'll tell me, keep spreading your message of telling people to be lost and do all that stuff, because we really don't know what's going on. One chapter of your life, this may be you, and then the next chapter it isn't. And what's crazy is, and what I want you to know is, when you quit, it doesn't mean you wasted your time. It just means you're gaining transferable skills that are going to transfer into something you don't even know about yet. So for me, while I'm going to become a professor, I'm still going to speak, and I have this business mindset I can help other people with. Watch me turn left. Ooh, that's tough, man, that's tough. I have all these transferable skills, these business skills, this wisdom that I can pass on to someone else, things that I don't even know are parallel in the speaking business that are parallel to being a professor at a university. Okay, I have this perspective of being someone that went for their dreams and got it and realized they wanted something else, that I can give that same information, that same story to another student that maybe needs it. That needs to know, hey, I need to go for it, but it doesn't mean you might not come back. You know what I mean? All these things are beyond my imaginations. The possibilities, I always like to think of, one of the most inspirational things to me is, if you've ever watched Marvel, you watch, what's that movie? Endgame, I think it is? Yeah. And Doctor Strange sitting there, and he's like, going through a billion different possibilities. Like, that's how many possibilities there are. But yet we try to act as if we know what's going on. And I apologize for the sound. They're doing construction over there. But there's all these possibilities, and we like to act like we know where it's going. Just freaking live, follow your heart. It'll all work out. Sometimes we think of the worst case scenario, but don't realize that the best case scenario isn't something we can fathom. It's better than we can think of. So we're thinking of the best case. That's not even the best case. But you have to follow your heart to ever find out what's possible. Okay, so you don't really have to overthink it. You don't really have to just stay doing something for the rest of your life, because that's what you've worked on so far. You gotta keep exploring, keep trying new things, and I promise you, everything's gonna work out. But you have to have a faith that things happen in time, right? And so today, or yesterday, I woke up just wanting to ride a skateboard, and now I'm doing this. Now I'm making a cool video. Maybe this was part of me reaching you in this video. Maybe you wouldn't have clicked on the video if I was in my usual setting, okay? Maybe it's something about the skateboard and me being outside that got you to click on this video. And without this, I wouldn't have reached you. Without this, you wouldn't have found what you love to do. Without this, you wouldn't have impacted somebody else. There's all these possibilities in the world that you're missing out on because you're afraid to quit. Freaking quit if it's not who you are. The goal in life is to learn who you are. Every single day is another way to get more data, get more awareness about yourself. And every single time you do that, then decide to do things with that information and find what you love to do. There's endless things out there. We're not meant to do one thing. Some of us have multiple passions. I didn't know I liked doing this. It's kind of fun. Even though I kind of suck, I'm not the best at this. Oh, shoot. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? It's within this that I'm able to grow, because I'm not afraid to fail. Failure is part of the process, but only true failure is deciding to not be who you are. So if you quit on something that's not who you are, that's not quitting, that's you exploring. So really, I'm not telling you to quit, I'm telling you to explore. Quitting on what you're not meant for is not failure, it's exploring. It's opening up the possibilities. Staying where you are and not quitting when you know it's not who you are is actual failure. It's wasted time. So if you know you're ready for a shift, I'm not saying to drop everything and to stop doing it. Maybe you need the money a little bit. Like, I'm still gonna do speeches with my agency to make a little money until I get to my PhD program. But I'm not gonna do as much reach out. I'm really not gonna do any reach out because I know that's not what I want to do full time anymore. You see what I mean? I think it's super important. You do things at your time, but you also realize quitting isn't quitting if you know it's not who you are. It's just you exploring. I feel like that's a bar, bruh. If you have fun watching this video, like, comment, subscribe. I usually do stuff on a whiteboard. If y'all like me doing the skateboard videos, being outside, I don't know. Let me know. Maybe I'll make more content like this. I wish the people weren't working on stuff today. But if you want more videos like this, or more videos where I help you find your passion and become the best version of yourself, drop a like, subscribe, or not. I had fun making this video. I'm gonna go back to probably busting my butt skateboarding, but see y'all in the next one. That was awkward. Bye.